Okay, aloha everyone. Welcome to my world. Oh, isn't it good just to be here and fully relax for a moment from all the different things that are going on in the day and the night of your dream world? Yeah. So, wanted to talk to you today about something that has really been coming up in the field, and that is the PlanDemonic. That's right, I said PlanDemonic. It's time to play the PlanDemonic and see the players of the PlanDemonic and become the player of your own plan, your own mission, your own purpose. Because there's a lot of energy going out right now towards the demonic. And I understand on one level of the fourth dimension, people are understanding the lower astral, and we're understanding the intensity and the sickened, disgusting reality of demonic energies choosing to sacrifice, traffic women and children, perform satanic rituals. You know, this stuff has been happening for millennia of time. Okay? It's just now coming out because the truth is revealing itself. Disclosure has been happening for a while now. It's not like it's anything new. The only thing new is now it's finally hitting the mainstream because of all of the fallout and the realizations that people are not as stupid as the master game players of the occult demonic realm and organized darkness deem them to be. In fact, because so many of us are awakening right now, contrary to popular disbelief or popular belief at whatever dimensional reality that you are gazing at the scene, because it's a multi-dimensional scene, and the scenery of the scenes, if you look back and kick back and relax about it, actually, it's quite funny. In fact, PlanDemonic is hilarious to me. It's the most funniest thing ever, because I understand, you know, one of the core seed faculty blessed brothers of mine in council just told me recently that his brother, who has been very deeply involved in the business world in England, had a huge awakening. His family, just peers, finally dawned on him after years of sort of being the one who didn't believe in spiritual awakening, didn't believe in the truth, didn't believe in all kinds of things. Just do the job, make the money, feed the children, put them through school, get the retirement plan, just the whole thing, right? Which is great. Until he had a huge pattern interrupt, right? And he realized, wow, I can't really go through anything that I'm going through right now and keep doing the thing to do the thing to get the thing to do the thing to get the things, and teach my children to do the thing to get the thing to do the thing to get the things, all of the things to get, right? Because now we've got pedophiles and Satanists who are running the show. And I didn't realize that. So this is what he's telling my dear council member. This is his brother having a huge matrix awakening, a huge Agent Smith pattern interrupt awakening about what's really going down in the occult underground. And so, what's on my heart today is just to explain that this is just one level awakening. It's one level of vibration that sort of has to be popped. The top has to be popped off. And it's like Pandora's box gets all released into your mind, and then all of a sudden there's anger, there's frustration, there's depression, and you're seeing, all the parts of you that's kind of been a sheeple. Bah, 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 pushed along, from pasture to pasture, just keep eating the grass, keep getting milked, keep getting used, and then finally for the slaughter. Because sheeple are now finally waking up. They're realizing we don't want to be penned up. We don't want to be enslaved. We don't want to be microchipped. We don't want to be vaccinated. We don't want, all the digits on the screen where we have artificial intelligence and smart cities, smart countries, smart worlds, where no one is actually smart anymore because the machines are smarter than us, right? You want a machine to be smarter than you? I mean, come on, people. Who's watched The Matrix? The Matrix was released like over 2 decades ago. And it wasn't a film. It was a documentary of our times. So you got to just have a laugh at it. Realize that, you can dive down that rabbit hole as much as you want. You can play the money game as much as you want. And you got to do the things to take care of your basic needs. I get it. But you got to get past the anger. You got to get past the sadness. You got to get past that emotional wave. Feel it all the way. Whatever you got to do to attain your freedom. But your freedom is not going to be outside of yourself. The freedom, rioting, protesting, all of these things, you can take it all the way, but it's not going to gain you liberation. It's not going to gain you moksha. It's not going to attain full self-realization of who you are. The God, Goddess, Mother, Father, all that is of who you really are. And yeah, I understand there's a huge movement to free the children who have been abused, enslaved, put into containers. I get it. You got to, sign the petitions. Go out there and support, the men and women who are the warriors who can save those innocents. But there's going to be a point in time where this also is going to be a distraction. Okay? You've got to get past the PlanDemonic. Because the PlanDemonic is about keeping us attached to separation on a really lower vibrational fourth dimensional level. We've got to get to the higher fourth dimension. And that means embracing the ugly truth, but moving through the paradox. I keep talking about the love paradox. So the love paradox is going to move us through this PlanDemonic. And we have to look at it as a way of, especially in the West, we've been denying the demonic. We've been denying the occult negative. We've been denying the parts of ourselves that we keep hidden. The sexual parts, the pornography, the racial war, the color war, the gender war. All of these things have been underneath the table for so long, and now they're finally coming up to the surface in extreme ways. But this is part of the dark night. This is part of us finally looking at what has been hidden, what has been in the unconscious, what has been in the unseen world. Because we all want to gravitate towards the light. We all want to gravitate towards what feels good. We don't want to deal with the shame and the blame and, the rape, the pillage, the martyrdom, the desecration, the defamation, the despair, the depression, the disgrace, the accusation, the vengeance, the revenge. All of these words to describe parts of ourselves, that we see in movies, that have been in Hollywood. But now it's coming out in real life. It's no longer, we don't need a Hollywood anymore. Hollywood is done. What we need is to realize it, to completely, totally self-realize that we are the answer. And we have to move towards and use our imaginal selves, right here, this crystal right here, to imaginal self what a world would look like if we weren't playing for those who have put us into a pen, into a prison that we have created for ourselves. So as once you free yourself from the matrix, what does the new world or the new earth or the new paradigm look for you? You have to use your imagination to create it and co-create it with others. There's no other way. And if you can't think about all the different ways that we have been surviving, all the different ways in which we have been relying on a system based on consumerism, based on, survival of the fittest, based on comparison and competition, whether it's grossly apparent or very subtly manipulative, and now all that is being exposed. So it is our universal responsibility, our omniversal responsibility, for us to get into a new flow. And that can be really scary. I totally understand, because I did all of that, over 22 years ago. But now I know a lot of you are doing it for the first time, and some of you are doing it for the 7th time. And some of you doing it for the last time. But we have got to choose to move beyond what we see as the occult negative. And we have to embrace it with a greater love, with a greater ho'oponopono, to make things more than right with all of our relations. To find inside of ourselves the parts that we have denied, that we have hidden from our mates, from our beloveds, from our children, from our sons and daughters, from our brothers and sisters, from our uncles and aunties, from our communities. The parts of ourselves that we haven't been transparent about. Because those little dark little spots add up to all of us creating these forces that we deem organized darkness, who are issuing out this PlanDemonic. So I'm going to invite you to move beyond this PlanDemonic into PlanDynamic. In fact, it's a play, a playful PlanDynamic. Because it's about time that you get dynamic. That you find your source of inner evolving, everlasting, infinite creativity. Find that love of yourself so deep, connected to Gaia and nature and Pachamama and all of the elements, the wind, the water, the flow, the light, the fire, the earth, the air, the sky, the breath, the dance, the movement, and make love with the omniverse in every breath. When you can get from that place, and what you can get from that place is a new play. All the world's a stage, and all of this is a play. It's a Leela, it's a Maya, it's an illusion. But we have not, as a major part of the greater population, chosen to be game masters and gamify this illusion. Because so many of us, whether we've been on the path for a long time or just getting started, have been scared. We've been hijacked. We've bypassed ourselves, or we've been bypassed. But the fact is we get a multipass right now. A PlanDynamic is available for you right now to get beyond the PlanDemonic and move into an incredible state of joy and laughter when you see that this has been all a cosmic Leela, a cosmic hilarious joke. And realize that all of these players that have been part of this oppressor and tyrant and dictator and then victimhood and all the victims and the poor me's and the poverty consciousness and the sacrificial lambs into the hero and the lions and the lionesses and the strength and the fierceness to thrive. And once you get off all of those, you come in to this space of deep unconditional love. Right here as it spirals out and you feel this new wave of what's possible and the greater middle path of the infinite divine intelligence that's totally relaxed, totally watching this cosmic Earth TV show. Because truly there are so many beings, so many divine, benevolent intelligences that are watching this PlanDemonic transmute and transform into the most epic PlanDynamic for the new Earth. Because you're here for the new Earth. You're here for new beginnings, to lay the stonework, figuratively, benevolently, and literally, for the next generation, and many generations to come. And there's so much beauty right here, my friends. Oh, woo! Just gotta breathe that in. I'm telling you, breathe that mana prana. And give thanks. Give thanks and praise the Almighty I Am, Mother, Father, God, all that is. Because you are a unique divine blueprint of the PlanDynamic. And it's time to take enlightened heart action towards stewarding sustainable, regenerative, thriving ways of living closer to Mother Earth and all of her elements and all the other 6 kingdoms besides just the human one. And everything and everyone is waiting with a huge breath of infinite intelligence, waiting for you to exhale and choose the only plan left. There's only one plan left. Uno más. One more plan. And that is Plan ET Earth. Planet Earth. That's the only plan. Plan extraterrestrial Earth. Because we're the Plan ETs we've been waiting for on the Earth, on the surface of the planet. And that's just what it is, you know? I mean, what? You know, oh yeah. So, I don't know. I'm just right here. Thanks for hearing all of this transmission message And just know that Miracle King is right here with you. And we got this. We got this. Stay in the love paradox. Activate PlanDynamic. And I'll see you soon for Plan ET Earth. Mahalo Keakua. Infinite love to your soul. Right here. Right now. And remember the Ka-Mu. The great silence after union. Births the universe inside of you.